Around the world, healing hands wear rubber gloves to stop the spread of germs and to save lives. But do you know who first designed it, why they did it, and for whom this integral part of modern medical industry was made? This is the story of the medical glove. The first character of our story is Dr. William Stewart Houston, an American surgeon born on September 23rd, 1852. He would give many lectures emphasizing strict aseptic techniques during surgical procedures. He was also an early champion in newly discovered anesthetic and introduced several new operations. The interns who once worked under him would often say, had some unique techniques. He operated on his patient with great confidence, which often yielded perfect results. That astonished the interns. Caroline Hampton is the next person we were to acquaint ourselves with. She hails from New York City. She was the niece of Confederate General Wade Hampton III and was a member of a prominent Southern American family. Ever since she was a child, she dreamt of becoming a nurse. As she grew older, she told her family about her plans to get into the medical field. Her parents, however, disapproved of this plan, but she rebelled against them.
Hey, Dad, I want to go to medical school.
You medical... By golly, woman! You're a woman! I'd define civil war for a woman to go to medical school.
What? That's ridiculous. Women should be able to do whatever they want.
How about you go make me a sandwich? That sounds a lot better, huh? Bless her heart.
She studied at a local nursing school and graduated in 1888. Just a year later, she moved to Baltimore and worked alongside William Houston as his assistant during surgery. Not long after working together, they developed feelings for each other and eventually got married. In the mid-18th century, carbolic acid, a very strong acid, was to be used as a disinfectant and rubbed onto surgical tools and hands before and after a procedure. This led to many doctors and nurses to develop painful dermatitis, which came with symptoms such as rashes, blisters, and flaking skin. Miss Caroline then began to develop early symptoms herself, but it wasn't too late. She could still heal, giving it time and less exposure to the chemicals. Her hands would someday become better. Caroline didn't stop her job because she felt it was her responsibility as someone who took an oath to save those whom you are able. At the time, it was seen as an inevitability that it was part of the process of saving lives, a known sacrifice that needed to be paid. Dr. Houston felt frustrated with the way things were. Why? Why must she continue to suffer? Why must we sacrifice our healing hands to do good and to save lives? There must be a better way. There has to be a better way. If not, I myself would develop the better way. These were likely the things going through his mind. And so, Dr. Houston, together with Dr. William Osler, got to work to develop a solution to save his dear Caroline's hands. The two doctors drew up many prototypes and schematics for what would eventually become the medical glove. They then tested different glove materials by dipping them into carbolic acid. Unfortunately, no success. He refused to give up, so they returned to the drawing board. They spent many days and nights working hard. Through rigorous testing, there was finally a breakthrough. And so, Dr. Houston achieved his goal. He developed a pair of, at the time, thick and dark gloves that would protect the wearer from the harsh chemicals that were being used. And that was the inspirational story of the surgical glove, one of the greatest story in medical history. The surgical glove would then go on to be perfected and made mandatory in the early 19th century. At the time, few had realized the impact of this invention and its role in saving countless lives of patients and surgeons alike. Thank you for listening. We hope you are now inspired to go out and create new innovation that will help make a better world.